your hairdresser.
Really?
Never mind what I just did and what I just said, you know.
Great.
Stand by, tape rolling. We have speed, action.
Sigourney, I bring you greetings from hundreds of people in Dallas.
Oh, good. Thank you. I send back mine.
Yes, because people feel very close to you. You came and you did our Shakespeare Festival.
I had a wonderful time. I think Dallas is my favorite city. I really do. It's true. I just love going there. I don't go there enough, as far as I'm concerned.
And the shopping's not bad either, is it?
Shopping, the movie theaters, I think, are the best I've ever been in anywhere. It's just a great place to see a movie. I remember that vividly. I saw Raiders there for the first time.
Well, you're due back anytime you can make it.
Good.
Of course, we're here to talk about Ghostbusters, but one thing I have to get settled. Is it a rumor or is it fact? You're getting married?
Getting married.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, good.
Oh.
You're really going to take an interest.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, that's
It's,
lovely.
I'm getting married to a man named Jim Simpson, who's a director, and this is his grandmother's ring, which I got. We went to visit his family in Honolulu. His family lives in Honolulu, so I got the ring there. So.
And when is the big day?
Well, you know, we're both working, so weddings take a certain amount of planning, I'm finding out. So whenever we can both get a mutual day off with a certain amount of time to prepare, I think September, that's what we're aiming for.
And you're going to do the traditional wedding?
It's going to be a very tiny little family wedding, maybe on a boat or something, and then we're going to have a big, raucous party. So.
Wearing veil and all that?
Well, I don't know. I'm so dim-witted about these things. I really don't know about the veil. I'm so glad that you're taking this kind of interest, though, because I'm very excited about it. Maybe a little tiny veil. I know I'll probably be wearing, a Hawaiian lei or something like that.
Ah.
I think everyone will be wearing leis, all the people in the wedding party, so that'll be pretty.
Yes. So obviously, the way you're speaking, this is the first marriage, huh?
Yes.
Yes, you haven't been
hopefully
through
the
this.
last. Yeah.
Was this a tough decision for you, Sigourney?
Nah, it was really easy. It just seemed so, I don't know. I'd heard that when you meet the right person, it's just so obvious. And it was pretty obvious, because we've only known each other really for about a year. And we decided, we started going out last November, and we decided in February. So that's not really very long, but it just seemed, right. So.
Well, best wishes and
Thank you.
all the happiness in the world to you.
Thank you very much.
Ghostbusters.
Uh-huh.
That's really what we're here for, isn't
Right.
it? You are wonderful in it, and it's such a wonderful role for you. You get to do so many different things.
Yeah.
The one scene that is, I think, fantastic for you, the scene with the eggs. Now, just discuss that scene a little bit, where the eggs are
in the very
popping.
beginning.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Well,
scene.
I just, you mean about making it?
Yeah.
Well, basically, I was working, since it was my first scene, I was working, because I'm a cellist, I kept humming this Bach suite, cello suite, under my breath. So that's what I was doing, although you can't hear it. The music was cut out. And so I'm in my own world, and then I even had these eggs jump out of these cartons. So a lot of attention was on the eggs, right, making them jump higher and splash more, and sounds, and the whole counter was like burning up, making these eggs leap out. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if they had little air things inside the eggs, but these eggs just exploded, and it was jarring. Luckily it was such a good effect that I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to go, I just went, help, what's going on? Where'd I get those eggs, So that was a fun scene. The stuff in the refrigerator, I open the refrigerator and I see something awful. Of course, we didn't know what that was. And that was harder. It's harder to open the door and see your director's face, and scream. This is what I had to do, because the camera was inside the refrigerator.
And of course, that was all added later.
Yes,
the
that was all added later. So you
effects
just have
of
to
that.
hope that that it will be something scary in there and not make you look like an idiot for screaming.
How was it working with these zanies? You're the only woman practically in it, and these guys who are cronies, been hanging out for a long time.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
Well, they were so generous. They're so fond of each other, and they form an ensemble so that they can really invite you in. And I just found that there was so much support for me. They were so, first of all, so glad to have me with them because they were, I think, wanted the part to be someone who, you know, they wanted to make that part stronger, and they wanted, think, to have someone who'd be a good foil for Bill Murray, you know, not sort of fall in love with him immediately, which I did anyway. But so they couldn't have been more generous. There's that Second City attitude of sort of making the other person do their best, you know, helping them. And that's how you do your own best. I mean, they really live that. It's really true. There was just no competition between anyone on this film, and it was just a joy. And I think you can tell that from the film, you know, that we all really had a good time.
Sigourney, you're tall. You're what? Close to 6 feet, aren't you?
Well, I'm 5'10" and a half, but I wear high heels. So.
Yeah, in high heels you'd be 6. Do you sometimes not get considered for roles or not get roles because you're too tall to go with the guys they're casting?
I think perhaps some of the older male stars are a little uptight about my height. But for me, and this sounds sort of awful, but if someone is worried about my height, I have a feeling that they're coming from such an old-fashioned point of view that they'd be worried about other things about me too, you know, that they... so I think it's a good way of protecting myself from working with people who are sort of, you know, in the dark ages about actors and women and other things like that. I'm sure it has kept me from things, but I think if the guy doesn't mind, if he, like Mel Gibson's a little shorter, and it just never bothered him, so of course it never bothered me, and I think it's nice, you know. There are people, of course, you know, who go out with each other who are sort of opposite sizes, you know. I think the world is ready for that.
Your husband-to-be, is he tall?
He is tall, you know. It wasn't a requirement, but he's tall. He's just perfect in every way. What can I say?
Well, Sigourney, I look forward to meeting him sometime.
Well,
and again, our best wishes and congratulations.
Thank you.
It's going to be a great year for you. Getting married, got a big hit movie. I know it's going to be a hit.
Thank you.
So now all you got to do is come back to Dallas and see all your friends.
That would be wonderful.
Okay, thank you, Sigourney.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you again.
You asked me so many questions. They know that I've been dying. I'm going, ask about my marriage, you know. And
well, excuse me, Phil. Did you ever get a close-up of her hands when we were?
No, I can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. If we can kind of just put the hand up there, and I think.
Okay, let him get a focus on it. Yeah, that's real nice.
You can go ahead and bring your other finger in. I think you were kind of
Take it out
touched.
and bring it in.
Yeah,
Bring
it
what
right
in?
to that spot.
Take it away.
Take your hand out.
oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, bring it right to that
Bring it
spot.
in.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, Bobbie, take her hand.
And now go ahead and point to it like you did before. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's perfect.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, we can cut that in then. Thank you. Okay.
Now we got
All
this.
right.
You're rolling.
Okay.
Just wait a minute, and a little looser than that, just a little bit, right about there. Perfect.
Sigourney, is this a rumor or a fact? You're getting married? When will the big day be? In your scene where the eggs are exploding and everything, what all was happening when that was being filmed? Okay. How was it for you in this movie? In this movie, 3 guys, they're great friends. You're almost the only woman in it. How was it for you working with them? Okay, I think that'll, reactions now.
Okay. Hit the cut with the horses, hoofs clipping in the background.
I'm looking at your ring now. It's a nice one.
She brings her guy on some of these shoots, we see him.
Yeah.
Oh, the question about the height. Sigourney, you're pretty tall, what, 6 feet? Do you ever lose some roles because of your height and men don't want to work with a tall woman? Okay, you
Got
do
it.
it. All right. Then.